what we're going to try and do today is give you an overview of grassroots marketing for carpet cleaners, home service professionals, and all of that kind of stuff. I'm going to explain why we're giving you an overview of grassroots marketing as well. Some people go, hey, why do I need grassroots marketing? And I'm going to kind of tell you why you absolutely need it. I don't care how big your business is. I don't care if you're doing $2,000 a month or $200,000 a month. This still applies.
Welcome to the Carpet Cleaner Success Podcast, a show created to inspire carpet cleaning business owners to build their own thriving residential and commercial cleaning business. Your host, John Clendenning, has built and sold successful cleaning businesses for multiple six figures over his 30-year career and is the founder of Carpet Cleaner Marketing Masters, a digital agency that turns your online marketing into a lead generation machine. Tune in as John shares proven tips, strategies, and expert interviews to help fast-track your success in the carpet cleaning industry.
What we're going to cover today, I highlight it, made it big and bold at the top, is about embracing the hustle. So uncover the secret low-cost grassroots marketing. No fear, just hustle. Amplify your success. Learn the art of effective budgeting and supercharge your business with pocket-friendly marketing. So it's not about, how cheap can I do my marketing? No, it's like, how can you mix between, things that cost a little bit more to get a lead, which we talk about on all the other webinars, and things that cost time and shoe leather equity and that kind of thing, and a little bit of sort of strategy, but not a lot of money. They always should be in the mix. So guerrilla marketing is what we're talking about. Deep dive into the world of unconventional low-cost strategies and kind of learn how to become a marketing maverick. That's the goal of today's call. So if that all sounds good, if you stay into the end, we've got a bunch of stuff for you. So marketing checklist. This is the internet marketing checklist that we've got and we've got a report as well on Google business listings, on website stuff. For any of you, I know there's a couple of you on the call here that are clients of ours, and we just love doing these trainings with clients, but we always invite in the general audience as well, people in the carpet cleaning world and the home cleaning world. So if you know anybody that owns a business like that and you want them to jump on these calls, you think they're valuable, definitely share it out. It's really helpful and it's great for their business, whether they ever, use any of our services or not. That's not the point. Point is actually to elevate the entire industry. So no cost grassroots marketing ideas for carpet cleaners is the guide in the book you'll get. And it's actually a whole workbook with checklists and a bunch of other stuff as well. So all of that, stick around to the end, and all of that's available in a resource link. So for those of you who don't know me, John Clendenning, owner of Carpet Cleaner Marketing Masters and the Carpet Cleaner Success Podcast. I've been in business for myself since 1990 when I was still in high school, and did a window cleaning business that ended up turning it into a high-rise window cleaning company that jumping over the side of 40-story buildings till I realized 1 in 10 high-rise window cleaners actually fall to their death eventually, and said, hey, I don't want that for me or anybody else in crews. So kind of went to the ground and started doing opened a janitorial company, bought into carpet cleaning franchises and maid services and duct cleaning and restoration companies, and then started consulting and working with in the entire industry. Helped the franchise network start from the ground up to about $150 million a year in the flood restoration business, and other franchises I've consulted with as well, and worked with everybody on all levels underneath as a consultant. And then kind of when the internet showed up, it was like, hey, I need to make my business go online. I had to learn all that. And all of a sudden I'm working for a whole bunch of other people. All of a sudden I had a digital marketing company. And then we turned it into Carpet Cleaner Marketing Masters 4 or 5 years ago to just be in our niche. Cause it was like, once people knew I knew how to do a bit of internet marketing, and we started building a team around that while still running all the other businesses. We got calls from chiropractors and roofers and plumbers and everybody local, and then, and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, that's a little background. If you want to learn how to do online marketing for home service businesses, there's a book on Amazon I wrote. Probably worth getting and just reading through to understand what you need to know. But I think Jeff is even on the call, but there's me and Jeff doing some of our monthly take fives for Clean Facts and the cover of the magazine and stuff like that. Did a program last year in February with Howard Partridge. huge name in the industry. I've followed Howard since I was in my 20s. So, and it was great to jump on a call and share ideas with him for the cleaning crowd as well. And we've got Dusty Roberts and Mark Sager and a whole bunch of other people. So, yeah, we help out the industry as much as possible. That's my goal. And, you know, and our clients as well. That's our whole goal, is not just delivering services, but providing coaching and consulting, helping them grow any way we can. So that's what we're going to do. So kind of get past this is just some testimonials of clients, kind of all the good stuff. But what we do here at our company and what we do is we make our clients the top cleaning brand. That doesn't need to say carpet, is cleaning. We work with mostly cleaning services, carpets and home cleaning services in their local marketplace, so they can attract the best clients, be able to charge the top rates, and be booked out weeks in advance. So that is the ultimate goal. And we do that by leveraging the three core principles of digital marketing success. So you always want to be maximizing the opportunities to generate an ideal lead. So you know who your ideal target market is, hopefully. So you know who your customer avatar is, and you want to be attracting as many of those people as possible where they can see you. So you want to maximize those opportunities by being in front of them with ads and offers and websites and SEO and organic and all that kind of stuff. You want to maximize your brand impressions, because brand impressions are crazy killer at making sure that the public knows about you. Starting to make that best known cleaner approach. You start getting known more and more and more. So your vans and your service cars and your yard signs and door hangers and outreach into the community and social media and all that kind of stuff. Anything that can continue to increase your brand impressions to your ideal target market really, really over time just compounds and compounds and compounds and creates more and more and more momentum back to your digital marketing assets, back to your phone calls and lead databases and all that kind of stuff. And you want to maximize your conversions. I know far too many people, they don't know their conversion rate. And if they do know their conversion rate, they're not working to increase it. If you've got it's been said, if you know your conversion rate, you can print money, because you can always do marketing under the conversion rate, which is what we're going to be talking about here today as well. And print money, because you know how many are going to convert. So you run that math all the time. If you can increase your conversion rate, you can spend way more money on marketing than your competitors and still be way more profitable, way bigger. And why do we want to do that? There's a couple of ways. If you want to keep a small business and you owner operator, or one or two technicians on the road, that kind of stuff, you want to keep them busy. But if you're over inundated with work, you can up your prices, right? If you're busy, and your goal is not to expand to 5, 6, 7 trucks, or 2 towns away and 3 towns away, all that kind of stuff, then, and then thanks, Krisha. Apparently somebody wants to join and I'm not. Oh, there we go. Admit all. Okay. So yeah, so you want to make sure that if you can convert higher, you can absolutely dominate. And then you can, again, decide if you want to grow the business bigger or just keep it small and become a sort of a boutique style business. Ultimately, the end goal of running these crazy things called businesses is to create an asset that's sellable. So always keep that in mind. The goal, whether that's to your family, to, whatever, or that's, when you're ready to retire, out into the marketplace. So you definitely want to make sure that you're looking to build that asset so that when somebody comes along and wants to buy it, your business, you've built a machine that is pretty much turnkey. They walk into it and they can get a loan to buy it. And it's just a big running machine. And it isn't, you're selling it for the price of your equipment and, a few extra bucks. You're selling your business for 300, 500, 750,000, $1 million, that kind of idea, because you've built something that has cash churning equity in it. So anyways, so that's why we do the 3 core principles of digital marketing. So what is the biggest challenge I see faced by most new and low revenue businesses, right? What do we think that challenge might be? Obviously, it's the focus of this webinar, but not enough customers. Where are my customers, right? That's a huge challenge from when people are not spending enough. The biggest reason is they're not laser focused on marketing. So if you guys know Dan Kennedy is, marketing guru that's been around for decades. No BS marketing, magnetic marketing from like the 80s and 90s and beyond. I was actually a magnetic marketing consultant back in the early 2000s with Dan, under Dan. And the principle is, if you own a business, then you are the marketer. You're in the marketing business. You are the marketer of the business, right? So all business succeed or die on effective marketing systems. Keyword there is systems. Marketing done well does the majority of the selling for you. And it's the greatest day in a business owner's life when he stops being the doer of the thing and becoming the marketer of the thing. So yeah, you don't make money doing. Sounds weird, but you don't make the money doing. You make the money marketing to generate the clients to then get the doing done, right? So if the marketing doesn't work, there's no doing. So the money is actually in the marketing always. So Michael Gerber, E-Myth, always talks about, that's the entrepreneurial myth. The entrepreneurial myth isn't, oh, I'm good at fixing cars, I should be a mechanic. Nope, you should go work somewhere as a mechanic, not be the mechanic. I'm great at, landscaping. I should own a landscaping business. Nope, you should go work in a landscaping company. And if you want to be the business owner, you got to think, hey, I might have to be the doer for a while. I might have to have that technician hat on. But the goal is to take that technician hat off at some point, but you also have the manager's hat and you have the business expansion and marketing hat. That's your role. You're the entrepreneur, and you could take all those other hats off, but the business expansion and marketing hat, that is your key to make sure the business keeps growing, because economies go up and down and sideways, things change, and you've got to be able to adapt. Doesn't mean you have to know how to do the digital marketing or create the flyer or, make a really fancy, pretty door hanger in Canva or something like that. You can hire people for that, but you got to know what message you're putting out, why you over everybody else, and all of that kind of stuff. So you are the marketer of the business. That's where the money's made. So not enough marketing budget is one of the things that holds people back. Not the only thing, but one of them. So open secret to grow a successful cleaning business, a portion of every dollar, ideally 15 to 20% in my experience, must be go back into marketing. Less marketing just equals less leads, less jobs, and less growth. So I was talking to a fellow the other day they're 2.5 years into business, $175,000, $180,000 a year in carpet cleaning sales. The son has a marketing background. He's just doing it for his dad, who is 60 or late 50s, early 60s, building a business up. And now they've done some stuff, but they've been investing over 15% of revenue back into the marketing consistently month after month because of the son's advice. He works in a totally different industry, but he's been helping them get set up. And think of that stellar growth for that. My own experience, I grew from zero to $120,000 in a town of 30,000 people in 1995. $120,000, town of 30,000 people, brand new to carpet cleaning, brand new to that town. So, right? So we got to think, how did that happen? Well, that happened because I did some of this low cost grassroots stuff to build up money to then reinvest, and then grew the business to hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars and bought other businesses out and territories and stuff like that. And eventually millions of dollars a year across all the businesses we ran, in a not a huge market, but because started with grassroots. If you should always be investing that 15 to 20%, but that's a small number to start with. So how do you complement that and grow faster? Well, you do the grassroots stuff, because when you have more time than money, then you spend the time. As you grow, you can spend the money and invest in the marketing and then get the success from both. So why do businesses fail to grow? Often start on a shoestring budget, acquiring equipment and legal startup and all that is left with little to invest, low sales to reinvest in the marketing, like I just said, and lack of marketing mindset. They go into business being a technician, thinking that marketing is a necessary evil and an expense, necessary evil and expense, and something that they hope to get out of at some point. So yeah, you don't want to be thinking of getting out of out of marketing. Marketing is something that will be the lifeblood of the business for the entire length of the business. If you think of any other successful business, did they just stop marketing someday? Or do you see them even more the bigger they are? Just kind of think about that. So marketing is that important. So, okay. And Krisha keeps telling me there's other people joining, and I got to keep remembering to add them in. So I will continue to try and watch Krisha as well. So what's the solution? The solution is consistently implementing the best time-tested, low-cost marketing strategies. Every cleaning and home service business wants to grow and thrive. So regardless of size, years invest, you want to reinvest the 20%, but you want to be consistently implementing the time-tested, low-cost marketing outreach services. What that means is as you get bigger, you don't go, I don't have to do those anymore. I'm done. No, if like outreach is important, grassroots marketing is important. 20 years into the business, it's still important. You might hire somebody to go out and do some of the stuff you used to do, but it's still important, right? You might want to get out of the truck and be the owner that goes and meets and greets people and generates a lot of that community awareness and outreach, and some of the stuff that we're going to talk about here that is in the mix of this, where you're not the guy out cleaning, but you're still out working on the business. This isn't about kicking your feet up and eating Cheetos, watching, I don't know, is it Jerry Springer still? He's probably not around. I don't know who's, well, could say Ellen. You're not sitting on the couch watching while other people are out working for you. It's you could take bigger vacations on, if you've got systems set up and people answering your phones and crews being managed and all that kind of stuff. But you still want to be doing low-cost grassroots marketing at all times. So let's talk about what low-cost grassroots marketing is. We're just kind of going to go rattle through a list of the ways to think about this. Again, there's a workbook at the end, so you don't really need to be kind of taking too many notes. You can jot down a few major ideas. It's not a bad idea, but we'll go a little bit deeper or give you a checklist in the material at the end as well. So sales scripts. Preparing and practicing persuasive sales scripts will give you the confidence to sell your services, right? So you need to be able to clearly answer the question why people should choose you versus any other company. And if you don't have an answer to that, it's going to be price. Price is about 4th or 5th on the list of people's reasons why they are going to hire a carpet cleaner. Trust is a big one. Is the job going to get done right? Are they going to be, are the people that come to the home, are they going to be professional, or are they going to be kind of hooligans and all of that kind of stuff? These are all the thoughts going on in somebody's head that would help them choose from one to the other. The people that are just going, nope, I want $99 to clean my whole house, right? Are they your ideal customer? Is that part of that maximize your opportunities to generate an ideal lead? If that's okay for them and they don't care if the person comes in and steals their jewelry or whatever, they just don't care, then they're not your customer anyways. So you don't need to attract them. The people that want it done right want to find their people to then, be who they're going to use year after year after year. Just like they would want to find their gardener, just like they'd want to find, think of anything that's recurring. If they need their house painted, they're going to find a painter. Well, the next time they need a painter, if they like that guy, they're going to call them back. If they like that. So there's people that just build their network of service professionals to help them out. So you want to be able to have a script scripts, not just one, but you want to have scripts that help tell your story in a very succinct way. Every time the phone rings, a chat starts, you walk in the door of a building, you're at a chamber meeting, your 30-second, 60-second, and 90-second elevator pitch kind of idea. But you want to have a script that is proven to sell more than not having the script. And then you start working your way up the ladder. Every call center on the planet has tons and tons and tons, like massive call centers have tons and tons of script training. They have role playing. They teach the new people how to follow a script. The point is, at the very end of it, if you read the script word for word, just to get the marbles out of your mouth and say it the same way, and it sounds awkward and forced the first 20 or 30 times and becomes a little more natural, that is going to sell better than just winging it and having, Sally wing it when she answers the phone and Jim wing it when he answers the phone. And you're going to actually have something trackable that you can increase and improve upon. So you can, once you've got a script dialed in, you can learn something new and test something new. And I'll show you an example of that in a second. So where should you create sales scripts for? Inbound leads, for sure. Every phone call should follow a pattern. Now, it can go off in a couple of different directions and come back, but it should be following a linear path down a proven higher booking percentage, higher conversion percentage conversation. So this is where it makes it really hard. If you're the guy in the truck and your phone rings and you're driving and you're in traffic and the guy just cut you off and you're talking to the customer, or the lead that comes in on the phone while you're driving and, all of that, that makes it really, really, really difficult. If you just have an answer machine, answer it and hope to call them back. In today's day and age, they've probably called 3 other people by that point, right? So, if they're a repeat client or referred to you, yeah, it's a little different story. But if you're generating cold leads because you're marketing well, you want to be able to have that, create that entirely different experience the second they call you over anyone else. Your booking percentage will at minimum double. So, so you want to make sure that, any website info, estimate requests, and chat to text leads. So anybody on your website filling out a form, anybody doing a chat to text. Some of you guys know we have our tool that we built, our automation tool called CCLP, Carpet Cleaner Lead Pro. And one of the things is when somebody fills out a form on the website, they submit it, the office phone rings and says, hey, this person just submitted this. They're interested in these 2 or 3 services, whatever they checked off. Press 1 to connect with them now, and it automatically smart connects them right to the customer. If the customer answers their phone, you're having a conversation within a minute of them filling out the form. You have a 392% higher chance of booking that customer by all stats and studies if you get back to them within that first few minutes. If it's as much as an hour away, that drops by almost 4 times. It's down to about 80 some odd percent. A day later, your chance of booking them is less than 30%, right? So speed to lead really matters. So you want to have speed to lead and scripts. You want to know how to sell by chat. So chat to text, it's a whole new world. The very first thing you want to do when somebody starts chatting to you is not start chatting back. Seems weird, but hey, thanks so much. I got a few questions for you. It'd be easier to cover them over the phone. If they're on chat to text, is this the best number to call you back on? Try and get them off chat and onto the phone. You can influence them better with a good script. If it's no, you better know how to influence them on chat to text. Social media, direct messages, stuff like that. Where else do you need sales scripts? Cold outreach, commercial customer introductions by phone and in person, strategic partner introductions and follow-ups by phone or in person. So database follow-ups as well and check-ins. You should be quarterly checking in with your customers, residential and commercial, and with scripts on phone and sometimes in person, not for especially the commercial ones, obviously. It's just a quick check-in. Like we shouldn't be afraid of having customers. A lot of people go, I've never called my clients. It's like we called our clients for 20 some odd years. I had the business for 27, probably learned most of this stuff going forward within the first year or two. I don't think we called all of our clients except for an annual reminder call, which is the next one on the list. After a while, it was like every quarter. It just became what Heather had it on her list. And then Sheila, when Heather went off on mat leave and then her husband decided to get a job somewhere else and they moved out of the area, Sheila stayed with us for years and years as well. And their job was to call all of our past clients, commercial and residential, on a quarterly basis. So every month there was somebody that just hit a quarter and give them a quick call and just say, hey, it's Sheila here from Acclaim Carpet Cleaning, just checking in to see how things are going. It's been a couple months since we've been there. If there's any spots or stains you're concerned about, need help with, if there's any other cleaning you need, upholstery, tile and grout, area rug, stuff like that, just let us know. And by the way, we have this little bit of an offer going on right now. If you did like a VIP offer for repeat clients, just letting you know about, we sent you an email about it, or we sent you a letter about it, whatever you're mailing, a postcard, just following up on that as well. Right. And just every quarter, just check in. And then you'd be surprised at how many people actually decide that, yeah, you know what, I do have something else, or no, my friend was actually thinking about you. I forgot. Yeah. And you're just and you're just being nice and friendly, right? And you do that commercially as well. It's been a couple months. Just check and see if there's any traffic lanes areas starting to build up again. Maybe you need a touch up around the doorways, blah, blah, blah. Do you need somebody to pop by and take a look? Things like that. It's just being in business. It's just, but you need scripts for that so you don't feel weird about it, right? And then, lead list check-in. Most people don't even understand. We did a training there last month all about how the importance of keeping a lead database that is 10 times bigger than your customer database, because there's people that say, hey, I buy from your category. I'm interested in what you do. which isn't everybody that owns a home, which it's a fairly small percentage of people that own homes that actually hire professional carpet cleaners, professional home cleaning services and things like that. So if they raise their hand and say, I'm interested, but then decide not to do it, maybe something happened in their life and they had to allocate the money somewhere else. Maybe they went with somebody else. Who knows if they're happy with that person or not? But if you stay in touch with these people, your lead list, which we talked about last month, with automations and stuff like that, and check-ins from time to time, then yeah, why wouldn't you? Like, so maybe that's a lead list every 6 months. You just, hey, it's been, a number of months ago, you checked in with us. You're looking for some cleaning services, and we weren't able to help you out at the time, but just double checking with you to see if there's anything going on, if there's anything we can help you with. You got you on our email list to keep you updated with what's going on around here. So right now, this month is whatever the promotion is, if that works for you, but just wanted to check in and see if there's anything we can help with. Just make it a nice friendly call, right? And all of that kind of stuff just builds your authority in the marketplace, and it doesn't cost you anything but a little bit of time to run down a list. So example of pervasive sales script. So I got really deep into script writing, script understanding, neuro-linguistic programming. So things like we talk about the deflection, the framing, the anchor, the exclusive benefits, and the close. Doesn't really matter about the specific there. The linchpin and the re-engagement are actually the two big ones. But ultimately, this was our phone script for decades. With slight little changes from time to time, but it's all, like, as an example, this is one of many scripts that are used for all different reasons, right? So when somebody calls, back in the day, we would do, hey, it's a great day to claim carpet cleaning. How can I help you? In today's day and age, some new NLP and psychology, actually what we recommend all of our clients do is, instead of saying, how can I help you, which is so generic, but also people have been desensitized because every time you walk into a store, hey, how can I help you? How can I help you? How can I help you? Right. And it just becomes like there's nothing to that. So it's, hey, it's a great day here at whatever, puts a smile into your words, makes them know you're smiling because they can't see you on the phone. And then, what information are you looking for today? Right? It's a better question, more strategic question. What information are you looking that I can get for you today? Right? It causes people to pause. Wait, that's a different question, and you get more engagement with the conversation. So it's another linguistic way of sort of pausing a brain a little bit. And then once they tell you kind of, I'm just looking to get a couple rooms cleaned in my house or whatever, wondering how much you charge. Awesome, I appreciate that. And what research have you done on us so far? How many people just go, oh, well, you 3 rooms, that's going to be $159. Okay, thanks. There's absolutely no persuasion in that at all. It's just a crapshoot whether they choose you or not, right? Why would they choose you over anybody else? They don't know anything at this point, right? But if you say, what information or what research have you done on us so far? Then at that moment, they're going, well, actually, my real estate agent referred you. Then I went on your website and then I watched some of your videos and blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff. As opposed to the other one, well, I just saw this Google ad. 2 entirely different conversations between that one or the other, right? So ultimately, if you ask that, what research have you done? You get a little bit more information, but you're starting to build rapport. You're starting to sound intelligent. You're starting to, pull them in. And then you go, great. Well, tell me a little bit more about the areas. Tell me a little more about spots and stains. Tell me a little bit, you got pets in the home, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. Have you ever had it cleaned before? How old? Just ask some quick leading questions. Awesome. Okay. So, and whatever you need to kind of be able to provide an estimate. I always hated providing a quote on the phone because things could change when you show up and all of a sudden they're pissed off. So we give them an estimate, right? Fairly average estimate based on average sized areas and rooms and stuff like that. So the next part of it is, while I'm figuring out an estimate for you, let me tell you why most people who call choose us to clean their carpets, right? What does that do? That says, hey, I'm going to be doing something in the background. I'm going to get a price for you. So you wanted that, that's coming. And while I'm figuring that out, let me tell you why most people who call choose us. And now you're pre-positioned that by the end of it, it doesn't have to be the cheapest, because that you could be the most expensive, and they got to go, why do most people who call choose them then? And it has to challenge their belief system, because maybe they have a belief system that carpet cleaning is a commodity and it should only cost $90. The stat between, or all the stack of persuasion and influence in your script is to change their mindset by the time you get there. So then The very first thing you should put up front is your compelling sales proposition. Why you over everybody else? What do you do differently? How do you package it differently? What do you call it differently? And your risk reversal guarantee. The only reason we're able to, so let me tell you why most people call it choose. The main reason is because we offer the most thorough cleaning ever, or it's free. We call it our 200% money back guarantee. If you're not happy with anything, our technicians or any cleaning they got done, we'll come back free of charge, no questions asked, happily as fast as we possibly can, re-clean those areas. If you're still not happy, we're going to give you your money back for those areas, but we're going to take it even one step farther. If there's anybody else, any of our competitors that you can find that will clean that area or clean that spot better that we couldn't, that we came back a second time, we'll pay them to do that for you. Now, we've never had to pay anybody else's bill yet, but if that day comes, don't worry about it. We'll pay their bill, and all we'll do is take them out for lunch and find out what they did so we know how to do it next time. And you laugh about it, you carry on. Now, the only reason why we can offer these guarantees is because we don't, and then you throw all the competitors under the bus. Sorry, sounds a little harsh, but why did you build your system? Why are you cleaning your way? Tell them what you do differently. We don't do this and this and this. We don't use shampoo. We don't use dry compound. We don't, blah, blah, or, the sticky dry compound that leaves a residue behind. We don't, what we do is actually use, a clear rainwater softened and filtered rinsing solution, and whatever you do differently, sell it in a way that's, that is compelling, and tell them what you do, and then you move them through. And then at the very end of it, so you tell them the estimate. Yeah. So based on the areas you told me on the day of cleaning, that's going to be between like $295 and $375, just depending on, which package you go with, how big the areas are, and spots and stains or whatever, but based on the information you give you in that range. Now, does the morning or afternoon work for you? Again, psychology. You don't say, hey, so yeah, that's great. How does that sound? Do you want to go ahead with that? No, I just told you, most people book with us. So does a morning or afternoon work? The number of people just go, mornings work better. Awesome. Okay. Our next available morning is on Thursday, a week Thursday. So does that work for you? Well, Thursdays don't really work. What day works better? Well, Wednesdays. Okay. Yeah. Let me see what we got. Yeah. Actually looking at the schedule now, the Wednesday right before that does have an opening. Whatever, let's get you booked in. And on the day of cleaning, the technician is going to come out. It's going to measure everything, walk through everything, test the spots and stains, give you a full thorough pre-inspection, and give you those options with the packages. You just choose which one goes for you, and we'll get started and get the cleaned right away. And you've got a script, if they say, well, let me think to my husband, or let me think about it. I'm calling around a few places. Awesome. Totally appreciate that. That makes tons of sense. If you are calling around, make sure you ask a couple of these questions. And you, again, line them up to throw the other people under the bus that don't have a great guarantee, that are using systems that are wet for 3 days, whatever, right? And things like that. So then they go, you know what? Never mind. I'm just going to use you guys. Or they call around, they call back. Oh my God, everybody else sounded like they're speaking on their cell phone, driving down the street, eating a hamburger. No, I want you guys. You guys sound professional. Your higher end client's going to want to use a professional service. So that's an example of scripting and how you think through it. And there is a lot of training and books and stuff on how to build persuasive sales scripts. Again, great call centers, this is just all they do. They spend like gobs and gobs of time, money, and effort, and consultants and all just to build scripts for stuff. Where else do you, let's go back for a second. Where else do you need scripts? Think about it. We talked about those other places. When you go to walk in the store, actually, I'll go to this one. You go and do in-person sales visits, right? Set aside specific time every week to stop into at least 10 commercial facilities, offices, hotels, medical offices, if you're a carpet cleaner, places like that. Introduce your company, offer a complimentary on-the-spot spotting demo, leave information behind, maybe a bit of an offer, a free protection, free sanitizing on your first cleaning, whatever, and offer to provide a quotation as well. So we used to call this our downtime routine. So I would do it myself. This was the bulk of what I did. I was in the truck for the first 2 years, a year and a half, 95 to into 97. I wasn't in the truck by 98 on my own. In that small town, I'd already grown to have one technician, then 2 technicians, so that I could be out doing all of this stuff. And the interesting thing is I couldn't even present. I skipped out of every single presentation in English class and history class my entire high school career, because it was painful for me to stand up in front of the class and talk to them. But one of the reasons why I actually got into business on my own was, I needed to challenge some of those, that shyness, that sort of introvertedness and do it in a way. So I needed to put on a persona. I need to go on stage, like Walt Disney says, and turn into an outreach specialist, right? Or a business owner. And I would kind of gear myself up and go do this. And I made it a habit of at least 10 commercial facilities just to meet and greet, stop in. I sold the business 2 years ago, or just over 2 years ago, in the middle of COVID, 27 years in business. There are some clients that first year and two, walking up and down the street, the main street, and going in the shoe stores and the bookstores and all that kind of stuff, and going into joining the bed and breakfast association and the condo association and all that kind of stuff, and just all of those kinds of things. We got clients then that we still have to this day, right? When I sold the business, they still got their semi-annual or annual cleanings, but the owners of the businesses always had us clean their home. And then next thing you know, their kids that we saw, as toddlers grow up, high school, off to college, university, decide to move back to town. Now they're going, Mom, Dad, who was those carpet cleaners you guys had? They're awesome. Because again, we would, stay in touch with them, do all of that other stuff we talked about earlier, and keep the company growing that way. So this starting process builds the legacy of your business. Outreach to commercial businesses include walk-ins, right? Send direct mail. It's another big one. Offer a free demo. So again, think if you're walking into a hotel and just say, hey, love to be your carpet cleaner. And I'm just out and about meeting and greeting people. And you're handing out business cards and a little package about what you are. We'd absolutely love to give you a demo of our 5-step whiz-bang cleaning system, whatever you call it, whatever your USP is, unique sales proposition. You walk into the stores or these hotels and the condos and all that kind of stuff, and they say, well, we already got somebody. Not a problem. Totally appreciate that. We'd really love to be your backup. So, if it's okay, we'd love to, schedule time to come do a demo. If you can be around to watch and just walk through what we do differently, in case it's ever a need, at least you know what we're all about. You can give us the dirtiest hallway or dirtiest area. We'll do a couple 100 square feet for free, or we'll take, whatever you guys are challenged with. Just as a way to get to know you. And they could say yes or no, but you're going to stay in touch with that person forever now on a regular, consistent basis, right? Outreach to strategic referral partners is the next big one. So in that world, you want to make, again, personal visits at least once a month to anybody who is a strategic partner. Carpet stores, interior designers, real estate agents, maid services are a good starting point. You want to reach out to at least 10 of those a week, just on a list, a phone call, set up a time to take them for a coffee or come around and meet them, have a little package prepared, who you are, what you do, and what's in it for them, a little referral reward package, right? Keep a Rolodex of all business contacts you have spoken with and stay in touch regularly by phone, email, SMS. Just checking in, just seeing if you got anybody that, whatever. Offer to give them a cleaning in their own home for free, like up to whatever. Does it really matter if it takes you 2 hours and you spend $40 in solution or $20 in solution or whatever, and you've now just shown them your full system. You put your booties on, you put your corner guards, deliver a great client experience. You show them that this is what you do for all the clients. You talk about your guarantee, how if they refer anybody, there's no risk, because if they're not happy, you just give the money back and you reclean. And if they're still not happy, you give the money back. And you could even have it ramped up and if they find anybody else who can clean it, I'll even pay their bill. So we're different than everybody else. So you can confidently refer us. I just want to show you how we clean. You do all of that and you can stay in touch. You send direct mail. We suggest a monthly print newsletter to all of your strategic partners, and you can even send them out to the ones you've been in conversation with. You just stay in touch. And next thing you know, you have 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20 places referring you because you're active about it. Free giveaways, another low-cost marketing strategy. And, one room of free cleaning is a great strategy that's worked for decades. So to the right client, offering a free room, typically what we did with this one was we offered to come in, do a full assessment, measure, and all that. And then they would qualify for one free room of cleaning, because I didn't do the cleaning. So I would go and do the assessments. The cleaning would be on a different day. We'd give them a quote for the whole house and just say, you can get the one free room done. We'll book that in for you. Have the team come around. I just want to come around and meet and greet and assess what you need done. you can have that free room done, before worrying about getting the rest of the home cleaned. Or if you get all these areas that we discussed, or some of them done as well, you'll still get that one room cleaned for free. So you're still going to get that savings. Give us a call back. Let us know. We can either book that in now, or I'll just leave the information with you and you can call back. And just the FaceTime in front of customers or potential customers, that alone books jobs. So free giveaways gets you in front of people. And that's the point. Puts you FaceTime in front of people. You can always offer an extra service, like an armchair cleaning, an area rug cleaning, with 2 or more rooms, things like that. So instead of discounting your prices, we've got a sale on right now. We're only, $129, regularly $159 or whatever. That now you're a commodity, and now your people will buy you because you're a discount. Better than that is actually is giving them bonuses and upsells on top of that. Free spot remover with any cleaning, free deodorizer, free carpet maintenance kit, those kinds of things. So free giveaways really help. Outreach to apartment owners and managers, apartment and condos really. Again, we talked a little bit about that, but direct contact with the superintendents. Really, really critical. Advertisements in the local condo owners and associations, websites, newsletters, join the groups. Just be visible in front of the people that can get you into an environment where a lot of your ideal customers are behind every door when you're going up and down the hallways. So what do you think happens when you're cleaning a hallway in a condo building? Right? You got the condo building. You can even give a little bit of a discount or a price to the condo building or whatever. If they allow you to put a sign up in the lawn, the maintenance room or the community room and things like that, and the bulletin board, that you're coming 3 weeks from now, and if they call and book while you're on their floor, the tenant will get a bit of a discount or whatever. And for allowing you to post that up, and maybe even put a flyer in the everybody's mailbox. I've been able to get many condo managers to allow take a stack and put them in and that kind of thing. And now you're building a whole residential list inside that condo, right? So that always helps. So the other one would be sales from employees of your commercial accounts. Another Grassroots one, as you're outreaching and landing these commercial accounts, a lot of people just go in and clean. Oh, hey, look, we just got, Deloitte & Touche office. We've got like 1,000 square feet to clean on Wednesday night. Okay. And they go and clean it. Make sure that, were you happy with the cleaning? Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Right. There's no marketing involved in that. Like once you got the clean, but what about all the people sitting at the desks who know nothing about who the carpet cleaners were or what happened? What we always did, and it makes a ton of sense. Now let's market to the people sitting at the desks. So we left everybody a tent card, had them prepared ahead of time, and they don't have to be fancy. They don't have to be glossy, but just a little tent card like you would get at a wedding sitting on your table. And it's just got an offer for them, letting them know who you are, why you're different, your unique sales proposition, your risk reversal guarantee, the benefits of using your service, not the features, the benefits to them of your cleaning service, and a little bit of a savings or a little bit of an extra offer, like we talked about earlier, for anybody because they are a employee of one of your commercial clients. You can even get the maintenance manager, whoever's hiring you, to give you the okay to put a flyer up in the lunchroom, on the bulletin board. Hey, so the night of the cleaning, you leave all the tent cards, you put the flyer up, and with that offer to their staff, good for the next, 30, 60 days, whatever duration you want, right? So now you're taking a job that might have given you $300, $400, $500, $600, $800, $1,000, whatever your size it is and pricing, and turned it into $5,000, $6,000 worth of cleaning over the next 30 days with these other people. You've built you're doing brand awareness. People now start knowing your name, all that kind of stuff that maybe they don't need you right now, but their best friend just said, oh my God, the dog peed on the carpet again. I need to hire somebody. Oh my God, these guys just cleaned our office and left me this thing, that's how we grow businesses. And the Grassroots part of it works brilliantly well. Referrals from beauty salons. So this is now starting to think outside of the box. So obviously good strategic partners are carpet stores, flooring stores, interior designers, real estate agents, and, if you're a carpet cleaner, maid services, if you're a maid service, carpet cleaners and other home services, all those kind of things, those are all great strategic partners. When you start thinking outside of the box, you're thinking about who is your ideal client and where do they hang out? What are other businesses that actually collect your ideal client around them? We know in carpet cleaning, our ideal client is a 35 to 55-year-old college or university educated woman. 80% of if you check Google Analytics or any of those stats, 80% of the clicks, the leads, all of that are coming from women. They're the ones that choose the service more often than not. So they're our ideal target demographic. They are working outside the home in corporate or medical or something like that, or they run their own businesses, all of that cool stuff. And they've got the kids to run around because that's that age group, 35 to 55. The kids are kind of young to teenagers to, maybe heading off to college, whatever. And it's just a hectic life during that period of time, as we all know. So now you've got dance lessons and soccer and all that fun stuff. And that is your ideal demographic. Who else has those people? And what we realized were beauty salons. And in today's day, even med spas and things like that, because, especially the higher end ones. So we started doing our outreach to them, a phone call from the office, from Heather. John would like to stop around, talk about blah, 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 all this kind of stuff, give you some, we've got a referral reward program. We'd love to give you, he'd love to meet with you. And if you're okay with it, give you a free cleaning in your home. So that's the perk, that's the benefit, and talk about our program, right? To see if there's a way we can sort of work together, right? And walk in, stop into somebody. Hey, Heather called you a while ago. We sent you a letter as well. Stuff like that. Just popping in to see, if the owner's in, if you got any chance to talk for a moment, right? You're going to get some no's. That's okay. Life comes with no's, but you're going to get a lot of yeses. You join the Chamber of Commerce, you find out somebody owns a spa or this or that, they're a business owner. You have a conversation, at the business after 5 with a glass of wine with them and just say, hey, well, we got a really cool program that might be great for you. It makes you look like a rock star because you get to give your clients a bit of an offer that they won't get anywhere else. And we'll give you a little bit of a kickback for that, a little bit, our referral reward program, right? Other ones that we used to do with our chiropractors that we cleaned for, because a lot of people in the higher end chiropractic neighborhoods were higher end people. And we just said, hey, we'll give you a discount off your cleaning if you refer us in, send a letter out, do that. We'll actually pay for the whole mailing for you. We did that with Mercedes dealerships and BMW dealerships because we've been cleaning them for a while. I went in and talked to the owner and said, hey, you liking all the cleaning? Yeah. Hey, I got an idea for you. What's your next mailing going out? Right? What if I pay for that for you? Why would you do that? Well, because, your clients are our clients. I realize most of our clients are a little bit higher end. They have Beamers in their driveway. They have Mercedes, all that kind of stuff. And, or nowadays Teslas maybe. So what I'd like to do is you send out your mailing, but I just want you to endorse us, right? So an endorse and a bit of a savings offer. And for that, we'll take discount off all your next cleanings. Here's the referral reward program. You can get that back in cash or just as a discount off your next cleaning, because we've been cleaning for you every 6 months for the last year or two. Let's kind of work together on this, right? All of that kind of stuff really, really helps. Clubs, organizations, and churches. Another way to just super easy. If you're brand new and starting up, or you're 20 years in business, churches need cleaning, carpet cleaning, tile and grout cleaning, you name it. And if you can put a package together where they allow you to put the a notice on the bulletin board again and in the Sunday handout newsletter, and knowing that the patrons of the church get a little bit of a discount off the cleaning because you're the cleaner of the church, and also part of their cleaning, instead of kicking back to the church, if they don't want it that way, it could be tied towards the next cleaning. So it's one or the other. Would you like that to come back to you, a little bit of a kickback in cash, or just as a savings off your next cleaning? So you might get your carpet cleaning for free on the ongoing basis if your church members, keep using our church offer for you. Right. So now, how many churches can you talk to and reach out to and say, hey, I've got a way for you guys to get free carpet cleaning, free cleaning services in your church. I'd love to come stop around and talk about it. Right. So think about that. Organizations work well as well, like baseball associations, and because families are there with their kids, families need carpet cleaning. Anybody who's a member of the baseball association gets the discount, the deal, all of that kind of stuff, all kinds of things like that that can really, really help. Connecting with upholsterers and furniture stores. Another great one. Stop around, bring a coffee, ask for some business cards to refer them to your clients. Stay in touch with them. Same idea, referral reward. They could put a sign up on their beside their till. Hey, if you ever need any cleaning of any of the stuff, whatever, if they're a reupholsterer, they could hand when they give away when they give the client back their furniture. And by the way, here's a bit of a savings, for a year from now when you need it cleaned, right? Or if you want to we don't put protection on it. These guys do. Give them a call, things like that. You can have a good referral swap. And again, none of it costs you any money. It's a conversation. And then neighborhood outreach. So your van must be a billboard that presents your brand and compelling message everywhere you go. And so you got your van, you've got your uniform. You don't show up in jeans and a t-shirt in a white van with a magnet on the side, or worse yet, a white van with no magnet on the side. You're building a brand, and you're going to get phone calls, even just from the person behind you in McDonald's. If you're not spitting out the window, throwing cigarettes out the window, you look professional because you're on stage, you've got a great looking vehicle, and you've got a call to action on your vehicle itself. We're always looking for new customers. If you want the blah, blah, blah experience, give us a call, right? That on the back doors of your vans and all, to think about your van as a marketing piece that is there to generate a call to action. And then you use door hangers, 20 around approach, right? So that's 5 on either side and 10 across the street. If you're in a neighborhood where Mrs. Jones you just cleaned for is a great ideal long-term lifetime value of a customer that's going to give you $5,000, $7,000, $8,000 over the lifetime of her being a client of yours, not to mention the referrals, her neighbors are similar. So you want to introduce yourself. Now, a lot of people create door hangers that are like big promotional and flashy colors and all that kind of stuff. We tried those. They're good for brand awareness. Didn't work as well as fairly plain looking door hangers with a picture of me, my wife, the kids, and a whole story about why we got into the carpet cleaning. From our family to yours, here's what we promise, here's what we do, all of that kind of stuff. And a little bit of an offer, a little bit of, hey, you'll get a free spotting kit. You'll get, a spotting kit and a $50 savings off of any second service you add. Over our minimum charges, or that kind of idea. For first-time clients, doesn't really matter. You can print on both sides of it, but you're telling a story of who you are, what you stand for, what your risk reversal guarantee is, how you stand behind your work, a couple testimonials from clients that, telling, they tried you out for the first time and, oh my God, they were amazing, blah, blah, blah. I even like testimonials that say, hey, I tried these guys out. I had a bit of a problem. One of the stains came back. I was actually shocked. They honored their guarantee. They came back right away and took that stain out. No questions asked. And also brought a gift when they came back, apologizing, having to show back up again. All that. Those testimonials are better than just everybody being 5 stars. So setting up an A-frame at the end of the street. So we always say yard signs, they still work. They work well because you just ask the customer if they can leave the yard sign up for a couple of days, for the next week or so, just so the neighbors and all can see it. You'd really appreciate it. And if so, you'll give them the bottle of spot remover. If they say no, you're still going to give them the bottle of spot remover. Hey, never mind, I'll give you the spotter anyways. But yeah, thanks so much. Appreciate it. But have an A-frame at the end of the street like the real estate agents do, right? Just because the real estate agents do it, that they're open house down the street. You can have a A-frame at the end of the street saying, hey, we're beautifying another house down the street. Just a nice plastic A-frame, set it at a corner, have your technicians set it at the corner. When they leave, just go back out the same way, pick your A-frame up and drive away, just like the real estate agents do. It's just more brand awareness, generating more work, right? So we got the yard signs. In the right ideal neighborhoods, I used to drop letters on doorsteps, plain white envelope. It looked like the neighbor might have left something behind, and it was a whole story about why I started the carpet cleaning and a free room of carpet cleaning, just to give us a try. We really want to be your carpet cleaner. If there's anything, I'd love to, and to prove it, I'd like to give you 1 room free. right? They call to book the free room. Awesome. Absolutely. Actually, what I do is my technicians do the cleaning. I want to come out first, meet and greet you, take a look at the areas you want done, give you a full carpet audit and assessment. And then you can pick which room that we would be doing the free cleaning in when we're done there, and we'll book that appointment. So we just always did it in 2 steps because that meeting is the influence. We have scripts for that. We'd walk in, go through a whole process. How many pets, how many children, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. Check around, use UV lights, go, oh my gosh, here's this problem. Here, look, this traffic lane, you know about that. How long has it been since it's been cleaned? Yeah, here's the problem. If you clean this traffic lane between the kitchen and the dining room, where everybody walks off the hard floor in the kitchen into a carpeted dining room or whatever, the area rug, it looks like a doormat right now. That's great. Clean that off. That dirt looks like it's going to go away, but the protection's gone. So the next thing you spill on it is not sitting on top of dirt and body oils. It's sitting on top of a raw carpet. Well, it sinks in and you've permanently damaged that. So you really do need to get this cleaned and protected. So, so you can choose whichever room, the free room in your home is up to 150 square feet. But if you want the whole first floor, the bedrooms and the hallways and the living room clean, we'll take 150 square feet off the bill, or whichever room is, the biggest, closest to 150 square feet as your first time cleaning. And those would be left on doorsteps 100 at a time. Way back, I get it started when I had no money, walking around doing it, taught a lot of cleaners how to do that. We did that in other ways without me having to walk around and leave them on doorsteps. We had neighborhood canvassing companies that would leave it, put a white envelope inside a package of stuff they're leaving behind, with also the guy that wants to replace the windows and the all that kind of stuff. But we'd leave that same approach, though. They open it up and it's a letter, handwritten looking letter, telling them that whole story, that we'd love to be. And we knew the target demographic neighborhoods. We'd hit people that have $500,000 to $1 million homes, right? And offered to do a free cleaning. And we always did the carpet audit first and the cleaning. Some people just got the free cleaning, but as a return on investment, it was always a 8 to 10 to 1 ROI. So and we generated clients for life. So also online networking, another big one here. You want to join all your local social media, Facebook groups. You just personally want to be a member of the local businesses of Kansas City groups. You want to be a member of the buy and sell groups. You want to be a member of the of any of those sort of consumer service business, anywhere that the handymen who already know this whole hustle culture inside and out backwards. Like, handymen are great at hustling, and most of their careers are hustle to get the next $300, $400, $500, railing fix on a back deck and whatever, all that kind of stuff. They're in groups. They're handing out business cards at Home Depots, all that kind of stuff. We as cleaners need to be thinking in the same way, that we're always hustling to grow our business in just a fun, friendly way. So we join these groups, right? Takes a couple hours one day to search them up, find them, and join them as yourself, not as a business. And then, you just lurk. You 5 or 10 minutes a day, scan the groups, just open them up on your computer and Facebook, open your little groups thing, go down and just look at what's going on, like a few things, comment in a few things. This isn't to go down a rabbit hole and spend 3-4 hours in the groups. This is to, again, 10 minutes, right? You do a little bit of that for a while, and then you keep an eye on how, if businesses are allowed to promote anything. If you see any promotions, and you kind of know, you reach out to the administrator all the time to just say, hey, I'm just checking into this. But prior to that, what you can start sharing is good client stories. So, hey, Mrs. Jones, this is a customer of ours, Mrs. Jones. She had her carpets were absolutely trash. Thought she'd have to replace them. We did some cleaning on it. Here's some before and after pictures. Here's a little story about her, all that kind of stuff. And that's it. It's posted on your Facebook page, shared by you into that group. And you keep doing things like that. Helpful tips. Oh, by the way, the holidays are coming up. If you happen to spill cranberry sauce on your carpets, here's a couple good ways to take care of that before it becomes a permanent stain. You don't end with, oh, and if you need a cleaning, give us a call. It's obvious. And today we know that. So you're sharing it in. So what do? They'll go look at, who's this person sharing that? They click on your profile. And your personal profile, shows where you work and what you do, because you're proud of it, right? And now they click through, see your Facebook page, see your website, all that kind of stuff. And they go, oh my gosh. And you kind of just, and it's volume over time of brand impressions, just subtly and slowly. Who could be seeing those? Well, another business owner, maybe one of these hair salons or med spas, the real estate agents, interior designers, maid service, owners, all of that are all watching you show up in these groups. So you want to just kind of share some feel good, friendly, I'm just a member of the local business community, and I'm just sharing some helpful stuff. And that generates so much massive goodwill and work. So, and you'll get a lot of work from it. So that's the local Facebook groups, again, non-salesy. Explain a bit about yourself and your business in the post if you need to. Hey, my husband and I own blah, blah, blah cleaning, and just thinking around the holidays, a lot of people have a couple questions about this. So here's that. And that's it. You wasn't give us a call, but you dropped a little bit of a hint as well, things like that. So it's that direction that actually works beautifully in Grassroots. I know people that have that have generated massive amounts of work out of small Facebook groups. One of the fellows I was talking to, he's in Tampa, in Florida, Tampa Bay, and there is a woman in Tampa Bay that owns dozens and dozens, set up and started dozens and dozens of Facebook groups, buy and sells, book swaps, local service shares, you name it, all of that. And he just found out about her, came across her, and realized that she has an offer that to make money, because these groups are free to her, but she can make money by, she's the admin. She allows people to post offers once a month, but she also vets anybody. And if somebody in the group mentions, hey, I'm looking for a plumber. Hey, I'm looking for a carpet cleaner or whatever. And she goes, hey, well, she'll chime in right away. Have you seen the offer by our guy? I've actually had him come and clean my house. Really great. I really highly recommend them. Other people in the group have used them, and they're a good source. Have you see my plumber guy? Yeah, whatever. And she makes money. So I think, I can't remember that it was $30 a month per group. So this guy joined 10 groups of hers. And so $300 a month was his fee, and generated in the first year he was in that group, $75,000 worth of work, just from those shout outs and mentions. Now he went to the group every day and helped out with questions as well, but she was the owner of the group and jumped in. There is a lot of little subgroups of people making money by collecting people together like that locally. Think of local influencers. We're in a world now where there are influencers in every town that aren't national and international. They're not TikTokers, trying to be, or YouTubers trying to be, sort of international successes. They are just maybe somebody who's in a multi-level marketing, Pampered Chef, or, Epicure Spices, you think all of that. And they run small little groups, have a lot of followers, 10, 20, 30,000 local followers following their Instagram channel or whatever, their TikTok. They take sponsorship all the time. So you can actually have, and there's actually firms you can hire that will go out and find those for you. And usually a good way that those deals work is that you offer a cleaning for free for them in exchange for them taking pictures, doing a shout out, maybe 3 or 4 shout outs over the month, and all that kind of stuff. And they get the free cleaning and maybe a kickback of 10% of any jobs that come through from that source. Different influencers do it different ways. They don't want tens of thousands of dollars. They don't want millions of dollars like Kim Kardashian wants for one shout out for a dog food brand or whatever. They want a couple $100. It's just another little way of making money around their side hustle. So all of that is very low cost. It costs you almost nothing to go out and do a free cleaning and get somebody to do a shout out as well. So just another way to think about using online networking and stuff like that. So to recap, because I know there's a lot, that's why we've got a guide going through. What this call is for is to open up your mind to think outside the box. You go, hey, I do 3 or 4 things John said. I don't really have our scripts dialed in though. Yeah, I don't really know anything about influencers, or we kind of join the Facebook groups and chat around and stuff like that, but I don't do any of this other stuff and whatever. This is that pulling it all together in your brain and going, wow, every everywhere around me, there's an opportunity to market that doesn't cost doesn't cost ad spend. So ad spend marketing generates leads that turn into customers long-term. So you do that. That's one of the things you stack. Low cost, grassroots, you do that because that's one of the things that works. You call your database back regularly and you have database promotions. Why? Because the ROI on that, you get more customers coming back to you every month, more often, and not waiting 2 and 3 years before they call you, but 9, 10, 12, 15 months and they call you back. And that doubles, if your average return rate of a client. So some clients will never return, some will return in 6 months, but what is your average return rate of a client as well? Because if your average return rate is 18 months and you can take that down to 12 months, you've just added 50% more revenue to your business. You've taken a $300,000 business and turned it into a $400,000 business per year, 450, just by marketing your database better. Like every little option everything you do in business has a nuance that you can put some form of marketing thought and influence and persuasion behind. And so you don't do it all. You do, I always call it lock and loading. You do pick 1 or 2, put it in place. If that takes you 2 weeks, 2 months, doesn't really matter. You're in business. You put that in place, you lock and load it. You don't stop doing that to do something else. You now automate that as much as possible, make it a system and do next. So if it's outreaching to all these people we're talking about, well, if it's 10 a week, go build a list. Well, step 1, build a list. Build a list of at least a month's worth, or more. Go online and scrape a list of all of the interior designers in your area, all of the janitorial maid services in your area. Build that list. Join the chamber, get the list of the chamber people, identify the ones that would be great referral partners, that kind of idea. All the commercially, we know if you're into doing sort of high volume, low cost nighttime and weekend carpet cleaning, well, you chase that down. We always found it was way better to go after the high-end commercial carpet cleaning that didn't care about the lowest price. That was the doctors, the dentists, the chiropractors, all of physiotherapists and all that. They wanted it dry quickly, no odors, clean and healthy, safe. So all of the reasons, all of the stuff that we had in our USP, our unique sales propositions, and all of that were all aligned with what those wanted. So we could sell them cleaning services not at low end prices, right? So we weren't going out for 6, 8, 10, 12 cents a square foot at night at midnight and on a Friday, so they could hopefully dry by Monday. They close at 5. We'd be at the door cleaning out by 7 o'clock, and one of our technicians just had got some overtime that day, and that 2 hours would be a $500, $600, $700 cleaning, and we'd leave 10 cards behind so that all of the staff knew about us and an offer and blah, 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 and get some more money out of it. And then we call them every 3 months to make sure that hey, do you want us to come back in and touch anything up? How's the chairs in the waiting room? All on it. And now they're just a client. And I'd pop in from time to time, just say, hey, is there any spots and stains? I brought my spotting kit. Is anything you want me to pop out between cleanings? Just you're a client now. I'm just staying on top of it. And they're going, wow, that's never happened before. Why? Because you're running that kind of business. So anyways, so it all amplifies your success. It is guerrilla marketing. And you got to kind of think about becoming a marketing maverick. So it is just about really diving into ways that you can add that extra layer of marketing to everything you do that doesn't cost you much extra, but generates tons of revenue and the ROI goes through the roof. So takeaways. Write down what your takeaways are. Plan to put stuff in place. You can go to carpetcleanermarketingmasters.com/rewards. It'll take you to a folder on Google Drive where you've got access to this resource kit and information. From time to time, we add some new stuff just out of the blue. So it doesn't hurt to come back to it. Once you've got the link, you're in. But when we do some other trainings or we update some stuff, we'll drop some stuff in there. There's probably more than this in there right now, actually, just so you know. So definitely go there. Start with the best low-cost grassroots marketing ideas, checklist, and research document. And for any of the people on the call, obviously not one of our clients yet. There's always a mix on the call of our clients getting reminded of this stuff, getting trained on this stuff, and then a lot of just general public. So we have an offer. I have a few spots in my calendar from time to time to do a 1 hour comprehensive consultation. So I charge $500 an hour to do business consulting. And we give away one of those hours to people that are seriously interested in seeing where their business sits. We actually put our research team in place, the same team that when we take on a new client, goes in and researches all your competitors, finds all their keywords, does all that kind of stuff to help set up the marketing. We go in and do a deep dive, find out what's missing on your website, if it's not optimized properly, what's missing in your marketing mix, what you could do a little bit better. And we just give you a full strategic step-by-step plan. We let you know what is missing and where you need to go. Doesn't mean you have to hire us. We have a couple packages of services and things like that we can help with. But a lot of the stuff that we talk about are things that we don't even do. It's like this. How can you run your business better? How can you do things maybe a little bit differently, tweak it up a little bit, and generate thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of extra revenue every year and grow your business to that next level. And again, if you want to stay small in employee size, as you get busier and more prominent and are seen as the best known cleaner, you can raise your prices to keep the volume down, right? Because you're going to turn away a few more people and you're going to make more profit for every job. So you're just a more profitable company at 300,000 than being a little bit, lower priced and at 700,000 with 5 trucks on the road or 4 trucks on the road or whatever you want to be. So it's always available to whatever level you want to grow, whatever level your marketplace is. There is always an angle to be the top of mind, best known person. And that all comes from omnipresence marketing and grassroots outreach, and then good digital marketing and good offline marketing. It's all put it all together as one big bundle, and your business just grows like crazy. So yeah. So if anybody's interested in that, you can schedule. Krisha will reach out to you and get a little bit of background information so we can run those reports and then and get a time in my calendar that's available. Again, there are not tons of spots in my calendar. I've got a few through to the end of the year right now. So if you need one of those, definitely jump in and talk to Krisha and all of that kind of stuff. So we know how to help businesses grow. And we know how many little moving parts there are. And I know how it feels like a lot because it felt like a lot to me as I put them in place in my own businesses. So, but once you kind of get it starts to snowball. You just do a couple and you do a couple and you do, and it just becomes, oh my gosh. Oh, I already did that over here. I can just take that whole thing and now put it in this. And it just becomes a little bit easier and a little bit easier. So it's just a matter of thinking of how to combine all of those elements together. So hopefully you found that this one was a really good overview of sort of that outreach grassroots stuff.